Assalamualaikum. Okay, today we'd like to recognize one of our kindergarten students, Yahya. He entered into a PBS writing contest, and I think there were between 600 and 700 entries, and it ranged from kindergarten to third grade. And the requirement was that you had to write a creative writing, and you had to draw 5 sketches to go along with the story. And mashallah, I think they picked maybe about 10 or so from each grade, K through third, and Yahya was one of the students that was recognized for his writing and his sketches. So he's going to read his story for you today.
Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores by Yahya. 100 million years ago in Cooland, there was a dinosaur named Herbivore. He was a herbivore, which means that he could only eat plants. He had a dinosaur named Carnicle, who was a huge carnivore, which means he could only eat meat.
Here's his picture of the dinosaur, yeah? Oh, mashallah.
Once Herbivore and Carnicle were walking, and they saw a big giant evergreen tree. Herbivore thought it would be very yummy to try out the leaves of this tree.
This tree.
He told Carnicle, "Let's try out this tree. I am feeling very hungry." Herbivore and Carnicle both started eating the leaves of this tree. Herbivore loved the leaves, but Carnicle could hardly chew and threw up.
Here's his picture of the dinosaur. Oh my God.
Another friend of Herbivore and Carnicle named Aniku was standing near them and watching all this. He came to them and said to Herbivore, "You are a herbivore, which means you can only eat plants." And then he told Carnicle, "You are a carnivore, which means you can only eat meat." The carnivores cannot eat leaves, and herbivores cannot eat meat, he added. I am an omnivore, which means I can eat both plants and meat. When they heard this, they all started laughing. The end.